one spot. There we go. Took a little too much of a bite, but it didn't hurt us any. It's all got to clean up anyway. Now we'll come back here and blend this. If you get too much onto the edge, it won't take you long to know it, because you'll get a divot out of the edge, just like I just did. And then you have to trim back some, smooth all that up. And just like that, we got it straightened back up. It's still just a hint of it, but all that'll come in its own here in a little bit. And as you can see, this method is pretty precise. Like I say, wherever you put your punch, that's where your flake's going to be. There ain't no hitting or missing platforms. It is where it is, and stays there until you move it somewhere else. Now I'm just taking some of those short flakes to raise this edge up, get a better platform. Just a little light tap. You don't have to hit it very hard. Right here, I don't know how well the camera will show it, but if you can see it, so we have this ridge here. I'm setting up a platform on the back side to undercut that ridge and blend it into here. And as soon as we do a little abrasion, we'll give that a shot. Alright, let's see where we're at. One. Get one back on this angle. There's another one. And then we'll set one up. We're going to try and do some short flakes back here. Set up a long flake removal. Get it to go. This square edge at the back is being hard to get along with, but we can deal with that too. Now we'll see if we can get a good angle and shoot a longer flake. It might catch some of that, undercut some of that overshot down there, or that hinge I mean. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. There's where we started, and it goes in there. See, there's that hinge where I took this flake here, it hinged up along there, that flake shut right across there and cleaned all of that off. Awesome, nice flake. Alright, now we'll try and shoot one on an angle this way. And this technique here is pretty easy, but just like all of them, any one you do, the more you practice it, the better you'll be at it. And if you don't practice, well, it won't get better. One more here. Alright. As you can see, this thing's getting down fairly thin. Still got a little square edge stuff back here. And I'm going to work on that a little bit right now. Mostly using just little short trimming flakes if I can. Just try to get rid of that square edge off the back. And of course, just like regular percussion, anytime you're working close to an end, you run the risk of the other end falling off or breaking a chunk off. And that happened because I had my punch too much onto the edge. And come back here. That one. That's what I was telling you earlier about. If you get a little too much of a bite, it will take a chunk out. You got to be careful how much you put it up on the edge. Like I said, only about a 1/16 or so is good. Any more than that, you run the risk of that chunk coming out. I'm going to just do a little cosmetic touch-up stuff here. Get some more back here. Do a little grinding on this edge here. Come back and get that one here. It's kind of hard to hold this and do it where you can see it, but I'm trying. And it'll come up here at this end. There you go. You're down to a contour of the face wise and everything. It's down to about a stage 3. Thinness wise, it's at probably more like a stage 2, because this does thin it pretty fast with the large flake removals and everything. And that's the billet, a little bit bigger. I mean the punch and a little bit bigger billet. And a big old caveman club deal. And it's let's see if I can back out a little bit and where you can see the whole thing. But anyway, that shows from a beginning at the spall to a nice biface. And as you can see, it's relatively thin. And now you would step down to a smaller wood billet, smaller punch. From here you could actually go to the little punch I used in the video earlier, because we're already so thin. But I'm going to stop here and we'll call that part 1, which I think this thing's going to break it into several clips. But anyway, and we'll come back and show some more work on this piece later on. Thank you. Good night.